Hello and welcome to HawkTalk. It's my Hawk Culture podcast where we talk about geek stuff, nerd stuff, and all sorts of awesome. My name is Danny Shepard, and joining me as always is my lovable band of goons, starting with Noel Shefflin.
What? That wasn't great.
Tony Smith.
What
yes, it was.
Whose man's is this? Baby Boo?
What it do? Whose man's is this? And Jeremy Lee.
That Sina kinda Dodi Chody Young.
I'm loving the fusion here.
Yeah, the energy is here on this episode. We literally just got off set for our new minute matchup. That's right, guys. It's a new minute matchup, and it's coming out soon. How soon? Actually, no, I know the date. Yeah.
For once, we actually have a date for something.
So
Yeah.
actually, we're the opposite of Jon Snow. We do know
Some
some
things.
things.
Yeah.
Something.
Some things.
I guess Jon does know some things.
He knows a lot now.
Yeah, I mean, technically, he does. He also knows that he loves her.
Okay, so we've come to find out that our audience doesn't really care about Game of Thrones. Guys, I'm curious, how many of you guys actually watch Game of Thrones? How many of you like Game of Thrones? And how many of you don't like Game of Thrones? How many of you out there have never seen it? Leave a comment below. I'm legitimately curious.
Same.
Just a show of hands, please.
Show of
A
hands.
show of hands. Just we see all these hand
Hand
emojis.
That'd be great.
That's actually pretty funny.
Show of hands, please. Who enjoys Game of Thrones? Who watches Game of Thrones?
And
who
whose
doesn't?
man's is this?
Whose man's is this?
Whose Dan's is this?
Guys, just a heads up.
Whose hands is this?
To give you a forewarning, I am delirious, and I'm on my third cup of coffee because I'm tired. So if
That's just a set of minds.
I'm a little weird today, that's why. Just heads up. Heads up, 7 up, as they say in the 6.
Yeah, it was super hot on set today, dude. It was about 105 degrees at its peak, and I can definitely feel a sunburn coming. I feel a sunburn coming, everybody.
Don't.
Have you
okay.
exercised
Okay.
the demons?
I had a timer to reapply
Yeah, dude.
that sunscreen, and I still peeled a layer of skin off. But at least I'm not burnt.
Hey, that young
You're not point?
reapplication.
I
Yeah,
could feel the
Point.
sunscreen at one point. The sweat was causing it to drip into my eyes, and then you get that sizzle. You guys ever get that?
You gotta drink it.
What?
No, it says it's toxic on the bottle.
They're just words.
Dude,
Cool.
Whatever's on the bottle is just propaganda.
Cool.
definitely not. That's
What do you
not
guys
it.
think this minute matchup is?
Yeah.
Leave a comment below. It's probably not what you're expecting unless you were watching the Ismahawk Instagram story today, which by the time you listen to this is probably it's gone with the wind.
Wow.
It's
It's that really great book and also film.
Yeah.
Rosebud.
That's a different
That's
film.
the wrong movie.
that's the
I mean, it's still just as great.
You're thinking of Field of Dreams.
I'm
No,
gonna head
definitely
out.
the longest yard.
Citizen Sugarcane.
I'm gonna see myself out. The show of hands. I'm gonna see myself out.
Lots of stuff seems to be happening in the
Lots
news
of haps.
in the world of superhero and geeky films. I'm just going to kind of run through them all because there's not really a whole lot to go over with most of these. Like, for one, my pick for Shazam, Alan Ritchson, apparently is now currently being eyed for Shazam.
I'm glad you did that actually with the microphone pointing down. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Yep. I'm a bit disappointed about Alan Ritchson not being Shazam. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really wanted him to be
What
the
is he in talks for?
Hawk in Titans.
Yes.
Yes.
I heard about
Titan.
that.
And this show is going to be on the DC streaming thing, right?
Apparently exclusively on there, yeah.
Exclusively on a streaming service?
Yeah. That
Oh,
and Young
interesting.
Justice, Young Justice
That
are
Young
both
Justice.
are both going to be exclusively streamed on that DC streaming service.
Interesting.
Just like, dang, dude. I'm sorry. Can I just like
Can.
all the streaming services I have to pay for now? Marvel's doing it now, or Disney's having their own streaming service. You have Hulu, Netflix, Crunchyroll,
HBO.
Why?
HBO,
Can I just pay a package?
a flat premium
Can
that
I just pay like $40 a month or $50 a month and I can get everything? You should do Someone do that.
So kind of like what cable used to be.
Technically, but just
Dude.
with streaming services.
But then they're gonna start doing this with streaming services, and then they're gonna bundle in a bunch of crap you don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they better not.
They're
No,
gonna
they
do
will.
it, man. It's
will.
happening again. They're figuring it out.
Oh my god.
Everyone, be prepared.
As
I think
Scar says.
I think the only way to make sure that that sort of thing doesn't happen is to not support the third-party streaming services.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen.
Amen.
So third-party streaming services as in what?
As in, like, well, I guess they're technically first parties to host their own content, but
Like Netflix and...
like
Amazon.
Disney hosting their own content is like a first party hosting their own stuff, right?
Wow.
Technically, all of these services are first party now because they all develop their own shows.
That's true. Yeah.
Hey, Tony.
Damn.
You throw something at me?
Jeremy was in the sun the longest, by the way, everybody. 'Cause since he was shooting, he didn't have as many breaks as the rest of us. So,
There's an explanation.
yeah, there's an explanation to his wild card-esque behavior for
His,
this episode.
His slow slip into madness.
His descent into madness.
Did you guys ever play that arcade game called Taps?
Taps. Mm-mm. What's taps?
It's that old kind of like Frogger, Pac-Man in that era,
Okay.
and it cameoed in
Wreck-It
Maybe-
Ralph.
yes, Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, Qbert. I love Qbert.
Definitely not the game I was talking about, but sure, yeah, Q-Bird's dope.
So what about Taps?
Maybe it was called Tapper. I don't know. I was just thinking about that because I was gonna do this. Hey, Tony.
Great. It's just really
Amazing.
I ask that you forgive us and bear with us through this madness. We're on this train just like you are. And unlike you, we can't get off.
Yeah.
So,
What else happened in the news, brah?
Colin Trevorrow leaves Star Wars Episode 9.
Chucked up the deuces like we out you.
Okay. Apparently, it's easier to blow up the Death Star than hold the director's seat.
Apparently, man.
A Star Wars film. Yeah, that's 3 directors in 1 year.
Yeah.
The 2 for Han Solo and now Episode 9.
What is happening over in that studio that these directors
They have a vision that they want to do.
That's what it sounds like. Kathleen Kennedy is not messing around. She's like, nuh-uh, we're making Star Wars the way I want to make Star Wars.
Basically.
I would imagine Kevin Feige is like that with the MCU too. We just don't hear a lot about it. Or we don't hear, like, it's not as big of news as Star Wars is, I guess.
And we have heard about it
Yeah,
with
we
Edgar
have.
Wright and Joss Whedon were both kind of didn't really get their way as directors, so Edgar Wright left and Joss Whedon chose to move on as well. I wonder if Joss Whedon is getting more creative control on the league that is Justice.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a very good question.
So what do you guys think about Colin Trevorrow leaving? What did you think about him being on board to begin with?
I was actually a little glad. I was a little nervous about him helming the finale of the new trilogy.
Yeah, that's
What had he directed prior to this?
Jurassic World.
That's it.
Yeah.
And The Book of Henry, which I never even heard of. So that
And then
movie
he did.
tanked.
Yeah, the Book of Henry came out after Jurassic World. Came out last year.
Did not do well, huh? That's unfortunate.
So rumors are that that was the nail in the coffin, and they just didn't announce it until now.
Wow, that movie didn't perform well, or
No, about him leaving.
oh. Do we have any idea who they might get to take on the next movie?
Nope.
I wonder if it's going to be an unknown or someone who's not known for anything super major, like no big auteur director.
How did Colin Trevorrow even get Jurassic World? He just
Steven Spielberg,
handpicked.
basically.
How? They just know each other? They
know,
become
man.
buddies?
He must know someone.
First time director helming a multi-million, like $1 billion budget movie. Or not budget, but $1 billion movie.
Yeah,
That's
Totally.
insane.
and didn't that movie perform?
A reboot of a
Very well.
franchise that
Yeah.
is worth billions of dollars.
that movie is the reason why he got the job.
Yeah,
for Star
top.
Wars.
It's one of the top grossing films of all time, right?
It's up there.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that is not something that a lot of people can say.
No, I enjoyed that first time director, and it's one of the top grossing films of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
I know it
feeling
broke
really,
a ton of records.
Apparently,
Yeah.
he was feeling really, really confident after that, and it was reflecting in how he was working with people
Ooh,
on this project. Yeah.
yikes!
That sucks.
That's not good to hear.
No, it's not.
Oh man, I mean, nothing humbles you quite like getting kicked off of Star Wars. So, good luck to him. I'm
Yeah,
sure
for
he's
sure.
gonna have a hell of a comeback later on.
A fruitful career.
What if they gave a Star Wars movie to Edgar Wright?
Oh my god!
They should give it to Josh Trank.
Wow, throwing some shade on that one.
Hey, yo, my
just
boy
JK.
over here. This is Joe Montana, but with shade. What up?
What was that?
Yeah, dude.
Joe Montana's a famous basketball player.
I will kill you. I won't kill him, guys. But it's actually a famous baseball player.
Unsubscribe, massive unsubscribe.
Just like
Yeah, I love tennis.
So yeah, I won't get into it. But Joe Montana is one of the best quarterbacks that's ever lived, and he was great when he was in his prime.
Yeah.
what
Volleyball.
team was he on?
What team was he on?
The
That's a great
Detroit
question.
Lions, right?
Negative. He was on the 49ers. As we say,
Manchester United.
As we say in Chicago, the 40 Winers. Sorry.
So anyway,
Don't do that. He's sorry, 49er
I'm
fans.
just kidding, guys. It's all in good fun. I'm just joking. I'm a Bears fan. Come on, you can't take me seriously.
Yeah, and then Bears fans are like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Nobody walks away from this conversation in a good position. People are mad no matter what. Yeah, I thought that was crazy interesting.
Yeah, I'm glad that he's gone. That sounds really mean. I'm feeling okay
glad
that
she's
he's
gone.
that he's off the project because, like Jeremy was saying, it's the finale. It's the third in a trilogy.
Yeah.
I want someone
Jurassic World was cool, but it was no Jurassic Park 1.
right.
Yeah, I
fine.
mean, the funny thing is, I actually enjoyed Jurassic World. I thought it was a fun movie.
Dude, I
also
loved that movie. I remember I went and saw that with you actually in theaters.
You remember what I said about that movie?
Yeah,
All
dude.
I wanted from that movie, right?
Yeah. You had a great time with that movie.
Yeah, I was like, I just want to see a T-Rex fight a bunch of raptors.
And
if
man,
I see that,
We got that and more.
we got that and more. And I was like, I'm cool with this, dude. I don't care that this girl
I
is.
just want to see giant dinosaurs fight. I'm down. Let's do it.
That's why I like Pacific Rim. Robots fighting giant monsters. I got what I paid for.
Yep.
I wasn't expecting Citizen Kane here. I wanted giant monsters to fight giant robots.
Just think about that for a sec.
Yeah, man. If I want to go have my mind fracked, I'll go watch Westworld.
Yeah, no, yeah. Did you finish it?
Oh my God, did I finish it? Finally caught up on Westworld for those of you guys who haven't.
Woo!
Caught up. Yeah,
Lit, dude.
that
show's
show
great.
is freaking crazy.
Have
Yeah,
you ever
it is.
questioned the nature of your reality?
You ever question the nature of your reality? Oh man, so good.
No.
So good.
No.
It's about robots.
What door?
It's about brobots.
Yeah, dude, what door? I was like, what?
So,
Oh.
are we pretty much?
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
not
that's
really too much.
I feel so bad, like in the sense of, like career wise.
J.J.
like
Abrams should do it.
Oh yeah, he should. But
You
in
won't.
the sense of,
No, he won't.
him like not getting it, like that kind of sucks, and like it almost kind of feels like if I was in that position, like I'm being dismissed, like I'm not good enough. So like that's really where like my head's at. Like I feel bad for him in that
Sure.
sense. But I mean, you've
I
got
really don't feel good that anybody gets fired from their job.
Yeah,
No.
it's like
I mean,
it sucks because like, but you've gotten this far.
Yeah.
So I'm sure like a slip up like this could be just enough, like at least within the situation for him to push himself to the next level. And I think that's really honestly where you see the best direction ever come.
Imagine this is
when-
like him just taking a step back and gathering
Just gathering
his,
himself.
yeah.
It's like, okay. It's like, all right.
Okay,
That
I
was a
see.
good
I'm
kick.
I'm
Okay.
not untouchable.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Let's, let's
Who
get back
would you
to
like?
work.
Who would you like to see in the director's chair?
Oh my God, dude.
Tarantino. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
That would not be. I gotta say that would not be a good movie. I wouldn't
I
want to see it.
I wouldn't want to see the Star Wars movie. I mean, I would like to see a Star Wars movie directed by Tarantino, but I don't want to see Episode 9
Right.
directed by Tarantino.
Right.
Could you imagine a Star Wars movie
can't.
directed by Tarantino?
Honestly, I can't.
A lot of talking.
It would just take place in one room.
A lot of
whole
close-ups
opening
on
scroll,
space food.
the whole opening scroll scrolls past the screen, and then it continues into the conversation that people are talking, sitting on a ship.
Dude, what about? Okay, let me
We
ask you
should make
this.
that. We should turn that into a video. If Tarantino directed Star Wars,
Hey, we did Star Wars with lens flares. Why don't we do that?
leave a comment below if you'd like to see us do that.
That would
video.
be a hoot.
Dude,
It
what
just
if we
ends
did
with like a crazy.
So,
like-
what if we do a Star Wars video that contains 4 scenes, and each of us direct a scene for, or
Some 4-room stuff right here.
yeah, and then put it together in one short.
Like an anthology almost.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
in each of our own styles.
Damn.
That almost seems like a web series at that point.
Like we each do an episode or something.
Even if we just each directed like the same dialogue scene, like we directed the same scene, but it was all.
That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be actually hella dope.
That'd be really cool.
Would you guys like to see that? Leave a comment below.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I would like to see just
While we're here.
just to think about this for just a
So,
second.
would you guys be in the project? Because then you would
Depends.
see how
Depends.
each other, how you guys would do it, you know? And would that affect the way you do your scene?
Either we all use the same actor, or the actors change. I wouldn't want to be in a project that I'm seriously directing. I don't want to be the main character in a project I'm seriously directing. Like I don't mind being a supporting,
Right.
but like I need to be able to focus on what I'm doing.
So we should get an outside, like another actor, actress in this project, and each of us direct him or her that little scene.
Or we all write the scene together. And then we each cast and direct and choose the location on our own.
Okay, I like that.
Who would
like
do your
that.
cinematography, though? Because obviously you would do...
Oh yeah.
Or would you do your cinematography?
I don't know. That's
That's
tricky.
a really good question.
I have to think about that because I'm not Soderbergh. So
Just get Deacons on this.
Yeah.
Call your boy Raji Deek.
For those of you who don't know, Roger Deek
No.
or
no.
or Roger Deakins is a world-renowned cinematographer known for many a
Hey,
film.
you use his full title. Roger Deakins, ASC, BSc.
Sir Roger Deakins, ASC,
Sir
BSc.
Roger Deakins, ASC,
Sir.
BSc.
I mean, he could be, but I don't
Is he
think
sir?
is.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He should be.
Knighted. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
should be knighted. That
He
guy's
should
amazing.
be knighted.
Skyfall? Okay. I need to get this
Okay.
off my chest.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you finally saw
I
it,
finally
right?
watched Skyfall. The cinematography can be off-puttingly good at times, to the point where I'm like, this doesn't feel like an action movie anymore. It feels so different.
Yeah.
It's like
it is the most different Bond movie in all Bond movies.
Yeah.
it's not. It's like it's super stylistic. There's so many silhouettes. The use of silhouette is ridiculous. It's silly-diculous.
Saying. Tony's like, what? What are you doing?
All right,
here?"
so there you go.
Oh, he is knighted.
Knew it.
Oh, snap, crackle, and pop.
His CBE, Commander of British Empire. I mean, there are 5 different classes. The most senior of which is knight. So I mean, that's part of his title, but I don't know if he is a knight or he is knighted.
Can you be a knight if you're not British?
Sure you can.
Yep,
Well,
you
he
have to be
most definitely
born-
is British,
You
but
have to be born in Britain, I believe. Born in
Roger Alexander Deakins, CBE, ASC, BSc.
It's a lot of acronyms.
It is all well earned.
How do you do that? How do you do that? I don't know.
Well, you
We'll
just
talk
start
about it later.
signing. You actually, when you're signing legal documents, you just go and you just write Tony Smith, Esquire,
Esquire.
Doctor Tony
What?
Smith, Esquire. If you put it on enough official documents, maybe it'll stick.
I don't think that's how you do it, bro.
That's how it works.
No
man.
one follow that advice, please.
Nope, don't follow that advice. I'm not a
that's-
lawyer.
That's definitely forging of legal documents. That's definitely not good.
Hella
Don't
catch
do that.
me if you can.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Catch
ever
me if
seen
you
that?
can.
Take a gander. That's what that is.
Take a gander.
So I was gonna say that for the 9th episode of Star Wars, I think James Cameron or Steven Spielberg. I think James Cameron obviously would make it. It would be very hard. Have James Cameron jump on that because
Because
over
it'd never
Avatar.
be finished on time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
James Cameron. But
Dude, I don't want James Cameron to direct Star Wars because I want to see it before I'm freaking 40.
yeah, you're right. I think in the sense of on a technical basis, on paper, that sounds incredible.
Oh, yeah. Dude, if James Cameron did a standalone Star Wars movie, like one of the spin-offs,
It would be in Times New Roman.
it would be. Yeah, his
script
script
would
would
be
be
for
in
sure.
Times New Roman, and no one would say anything about it.
You wouldn't dare say anything about
Yeah.
it.
James, there's... Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. You're
For
good.
those of you who
you're
don't
good.
know, there's a common understanding in Hollywood that you're supposed to write in the font Courier New. That's like
All
you
your
don't-
scripts have to be Courier New. If it's in any other font, they won't, agencies, studios won't even look at your script. They'll just throw
Yeah.
it away.
They don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
Unless it was written by James Cameron.
Yes, unless you are James Cameron himself, that won't ever fly for anyone.
James Cameron turns in the script, his next script in Comic Sans.
Oh
I
my
just want to
God.
see. He could do anything.
He probably,
He's gonna
like-
make it $1 billion.
Can you
He can write it
imagine
however he wants to write it.
submits scripts in Times New Roman? That's usually not even an option in script writing programs, so he probably wrote it in Microsoft Word or something.
You know, I bet he just writes in Courier New now. He probably just
Oh,
uses
yeah,
or someone else just actually writes it for him. That was probably back in the day.
His kid is probably like, hey, Dad, you should probably use this software. It's
Check
free.
this out. It's Celtex. It's free.
Or Final Draft if you use Mac.
Or Adobe Story.
Yeah, all these options. Oh my God.
Or there are a bunch of iPhone options. There you go, guys. Hey, don't let your dreams be dreams. Download some script writing software and start writing some scripts.
Yeah.
Start making some movies. You got an iPhone. You got a great
Celtex
camera
is
right in your
free.
pocket. Go do it. Get up. Get up.
Use
Get off
it.
your feet. Stop listening to this podcast. If you're sitting down while listening to
Get
this
up.
podcast, stand up. I
Stand
don't know.
up.
You don't need to do anything. Just stand up. You
Stand
know?
up for
Get a little
your
circulation
right.
in your legs.
Get up. Stand up.
I want to go to sleep.
Stand up for your right.
Want some more
Anyway,
coffee?
Okay.
Here.
Yellow burgers.
Hey, that mug actually is because we sold 500 items on our Teespring store. Excuse me.
Okay.
Teespring store. Thank you to everybody who's been buying our stuff
Thanks,
on
guys.
Teespring. They sent us a mug as a thank you.
oh hell yeah.
Mugs are tight.
Should have sent a mug out to everyone who bought something.
They should have just sent us $1 million, but so we could have sang
understand.
that song. If I had $1 million.
Oh yeah, that's a
Okay.
great song. This is so good, guys. You should definitely check that song out.
Superman.
Superman. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I think Steven Spielberg could be a great option as well. I think that's a little bit more of a grounded option, and we know that he knows how to make adventure movies.
See, I feel like Steven Spielberg has passed his golden age, and he makes dated movies now. He's not adapted with the times, not keeping up with the new generation. So
Sure.
he doesn't really understand the new generation. He understood our generation when we were kids, most definitely, but I think he's out of touch now.
I don't think that means his stuff is
No.
poor in quality at all. It's still amazing work. It's just,
it's
it's just
definitely
dated.
very quality work, but it's dated, and Star Wars is supposed to push the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's always stood for.
Yeah. A new young director is probably a good
Joss
choice.
Whedon.
A young, hungry director like George Lucas was when he made first Star Wars.
Though I gotta say, your boy Steven Spielberg coming in and working on a Star Wars film would be kind of
Magical.
beautiful.
That would
would
be very
actually be.
magical.
It would be kind of beautiful. I mean,
Ron Howard is working on.
Yeah.
one. That'd be actually pretty cool if Spielberg came and worked on one.
that's like
Which I'm sure he's worked on all of them at some point. To be honest with you,
and then Francis Ford Coppola comes in and does one too. Let's get all the film school kids back together
yeah, right.
on
let's
one of
rally
the
up
world's
the class.
Anyway,
Hey.
yeah.
What if Denis Villeneuve directed it, dude?
No, man. How?
That would
All these directors have very distinctive styles.
Yeah.
They're better off doing the standalone Star Wars movies.
Right.
Not something part of a full trilogy.
Totally. I feel like Edgar Wright could make a really, really dope spin-off Star Wars film.
I'd
I
want it
can see
to
that.
be about like the way that they did like the Old Republic, where they would always follow these like bounty hunters or people that would like raid or pillage and then like steal stuff.
I think
and then
Denis Villeneuve would be good for
like a
that.
smuggler story. That'd be really cool.
Following a bounty hunter.
Villeneuve would probably be dope for Boba Fett standalone.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shot by Roger Deakins.
Any
down.
Star Wars
Calm
movie
down.
shot by Roger Deakins would be crazy.
It'd be super gritty.
I mean,
dude.
they're like buddies now, apparently. Like Roger
true.
Deakins shoots
Did you guys see
all of his stuff now.
What was that movie he did about the cartel?
Sicario.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
That movie was
God.
intense.
dude! Did you see that film? You need to watch, dude. The cinematography
Oh, yeah.
and like the visual cues. They're just like, whoa. There are
Dude.
so many shots, and I'm just like, wait a minute.
That
can we
shot
just pause?
of is it dusk or dawn? And you see the silhouettes of the soldiers walking through field. It's like, what am I looking at?
There's a few shots where I was just like, whoa, dude. Like
Jeez.
there was a shot where it was a panning shot, and it went from when they were stopped at the cars, and it went across the car that they were holding the prisoner in and it rested back on a different subject to a car that knew that because basically what it was, there was a prisoner in a car, and they had to transport it from Mexico to Texas without anybody knowing, and one of the somehow some cartel
at the border
gangsters,
patrol.
yeah, figured it out at the gangsters, and they were all stuck in traffic, and it shot across, showing you all the traffic across the car, and rested on a 4 or 5 car lengths behind, and I was like, what?
Dude, when the feds were coming up to that car and the guy got out, oh my God. Dun, 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 dun.
And he was just,
Whoa!
freaking Josh Brolin in that movie. He goes, "You want to die?" He's like, "You want to die today?" And the guy like looked at him, and he like just kind of looked back at him, and he tried to open his door. Dude, I was like close quarters with like M4s, dude. Yeah. You're like, oh damn.
Wait,
Oh,
Josh,
he's not good.
he is not
damn.
okay. His time has ended. Josh Brolin?
Yeah,
No.
Josh Brolin was in that movie.
Well, no, that scene though.
I thought it was Josh Brolin.
I thought it was Benicio del Toro.
Oh, it was
In that
Benicio del
scene,
Toro.
yeah,
in that scene.
In that scene, yeah. No, it was him because he was the one that was speaking Spanish. You're
Yeah,
right.
do you want to die today?
And he said it like super like calm, and the guy's face like looked at him, and I was like, oh man, you did that on purpose. You did that on purpose, man. And the guy
Man.
like tries to pull a gun out and like get out of the car.
So fast. You're just like, oh,
So
wow.
What about
brutal.
that shot? What about that shot where he saw someone in the rear view mirror or the
Oh,
side
yeah.
car window? I was like, whoa! And he was just like, boop. You're like, whoa!
Oh my God.
You're like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That
Can you
movie was
imagine a
stressful.
Star Wars movie shot by Roger Deakins?
Oh my
I
goodness.
can't wait for Blade Runner. Oh my God.
Oh man. Oh, we were.
I can't.
I
can't
Like,
imagine a
what?
Star Wars movie shot by Roger Deakins. I just imagine a lot of silhouettes.
yeah,
And
it
like
would be.
every single shot looks like it was painted. Every
Yeah.
shot just looks like a photograph.
I honestly think that he would pull all of the stops out for that film.
As if he didn't already for Blade Runner.
Yeah,
he would just
like,
up
he
it
would-
up.
he
up
would-
it up.
Let's go to the question from our lovely, beautiful, amazing, awesome peoples. So, Earthcore Studios posted on Patreon, posted a question. But before his question, he says, "I gotta say thanks. This summer, I finally beat my depression and anxiety, and you guys are part of the reason I did. When I needed a distraction, Ismahawk was there."
awesome, man.
Earthcore Studios,
Love you, dude.
we love you, man. Thank you for supporting us and being there for us.
You fight the good fight.
Yeah, we're here for you. You're there for us. It's a
About family.
it's a cycle. It's about family.
It's about family.
So his question is pineapple on pizza or no pineapple on pizza?
I'll do it. I eat anything.
Yeah, no, technically Jeremy would eat anything. He'll eat that cardboard box over there if I
There was sriracha on it.
Yeah. I mean, if there's pineapples on it, he's eating it.
Yeah.
So how about you, bro?
I mean, I don't mind pineapples on pizza. It totally depends on where you're getting the pizza. Obviously, like I'm not a big fan of like Pizza Hut or Caesars, or like Papa John's. But I do enjoy some Domino's.
I like Domino's too.
Domino's is good, man.
It's garlic.
I like me some Domino's. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
Blaze Pizza, bro. Blase.
Oh yeah, blase,
Blase.
Blase, dude.
Biology.
Biology
Study of
bomb.
pies.
I love biology.
You're not wrong.
So, fun fact about pineapples. Jeremy, Angela, Carissa, Tony, and I went out to a tiki bar for Tony's birthday.
yeah.
And they served a drink, and it had a pineapple on it. And
Slice of pineapple.
A slice of pineapple. And I instantly came to the realization that I've never eaten a pineapple before.
Whoa!
I've had
right?
I've had pineapple juice. I've had
Like Dole Whip.
Yeah, I've had Dole Whip. I've had pineapple-based things, but I've never taken a bite out of a pineapple.
Whoa!
We just didn't really have them around
Oh
my
my
house when I was a
God.
kid.
Dude,
That is
you need to
crazy.
try dried pineapples.
That
It's
sounds awesome.
So good.
Because I
Bomb.
took a bite out of that pineapple slice,
And
and I'm a little disappointed it took me this long.
it took you 27 years.
Yeah,
Dude,
pineapple's
to eat a
pretty
pineapple.
good. I'll
Dude,
eat that shit on pizza.
Dude, pineapple is so bomb by itself. Like if you get a good pineapple, I would Google how to cut it because there are like specific ways how to cut
The
it.
goog.
But like that is one of.
Wait, you just can't just bite into it?
I wouldn't
Bite
bite
it-
into a pineapple. That's not
No,
something
no,
I
no.
would
Tony,
do.
Tony, it's all right. Yes, you do.
Great. I'm excited to go buy a pineapple, just like a regular apple, right?
Exactly like a regular apple.
Yep.
You can peel it like a banana.
Yeah.
No,
Just
it's
do it
just
from-
like an apple. You don't have to
Turn it
peel
upside down and peel it like a banana.
Yeah.
That's the right way.
Okay, good.
And then after you're done taking the first bite, stick a straw into it and start drinking the juice straight out from the middle.
See, the thing is I don't know if we're still joking. Can you actually do that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go.
Pineapple juice is actually really good for you.
Pineapple juice is delicious. I've had pineapple juice before. I've had pineapple-based things, but just never a piece
You
of
need to try
pineapple.
dried pineapples. It's like you're eating candy.
Really?
Yeah.
I love candy.
hell
Let's
of
do
bomb.
it.
It's
Candy's
like it's
tight.
almost like it almost tastes and like the texture is almost like a gummy bear, almost.
Yeah,
a little bit harder.
almost.
But yeah, it's really weird. You're like, this is real pineapples. This isn't weird. This is real.
Whose pineapples is this?
Whose pineapples is this? Whose pineapples is these?
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So what about? So you like pineapples on pizza then?
I mean,
I mean, I guess you haven't had it, but you, in theory,
yeah, I'm down with that. You know,
You're downtown.
I've been trying to be
I like
more
to float
adventurous
down that river.
with what I'm eating lately because I grew up being very picky, and then lately I've just been like, no, I'm just gonna eat it, whatever.
that's what's up, dude.
And so yeah, I'd eat a pineapple. I'd eat some pizza with pineapples on it.
Oh yeah.
What about
good,
you? I
man.
know you don't really like pizza anymore, though.
But when I did like pizza, I did not like pineapple on pizza. I specifically was like, these two things do not belong together in my mouth.
I would
You
imagine
gotta
sweet
open
and
your
savory,
mind,
right?
bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it would be my preference. Like, if there was a pizza with some pineapples on it, I'll be like, well, I'm
Yeah.
hungry, so I'm
But
gonna
then
eat this.
people eat barbecue pizza all the time.
I actually don't love barbecue pizzas.
You are a sinner.
Wow.
Wow.
I got aggressive.
That got a reaction.
Don't get me wrong. I don't hate them. I'll eat a barbecue pizza, but if I
Yeah, you will.
my perfect pizza is a piece of pizza with light cheese, extra sauce,
Got it.
extra
Kind of sauce, marinara.
Yeah.
Kind of sauce.
What are the kind of sauce is on
Okay,
it?
marinara.
Marinara sauce,
Aramara.
pizza sauce, whatever, bro. Pizza sauce.
You know,
Tomato-
red pizza sauce.
Tomato-based. marinara.
Tomato-
How do you know
sauce.
it's red?
Because I do.
Throw
Continue.
some peppers on there and some pepperoni. That's it. That's all I need. I'm a happy boy.
A happy little
I'm,
boy.
I'm
How
a
about
happy boy.
jalapenos?
Jalapenos are the best.
Cool.
Yeah, dude, I like me some barbecue chicken pizza. I like me some buffalo chicken pizza. I like me some cheese pizza. I like me some pepperoni pizza. I like me some meat lovers pizza. ham and pineapple pizza.
about
What a
Margarita.
vegetarian pizza. I
just-
I just
like
like
pizza.
pizza.
How about
Hey,
margarita?
I ain't got no type. I'll eat all
I like
kinds
margarita
of pizza.
I like the with the pesto sauce pizza. I like all kinds of pizza, man. Pizza's cool. I like
you ever
pizza.
had a BLT pizza?
I don't think that's a thing.
It most definitely
It
is.
is
I've
a
never
thing.
had that. I don't know. So I'm sure I probably would like
Bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
You can get it at CPK.
Yeah.
Boy, CPK,
Check it out. You're welcome.
Fonk's old brother. Right about now, Fonk's old brother. I have to go to the bathroom, by the way, guys.
What else is new?
I'm sorry.
Ready? And we're back.
Ah, yes.
You said you had some questions from The Face of the Book?
The face of the book.
Yeah, give me a second.
The Face of the Book.
Ah, yes.
While we're waiting on that, very important question that comes from your very own James Heffel asks, tacos or burgers?
Mm-hmm.
It's not even close for me. Tacos. Freaking love tacos.
Say tacos.
Burgers.
There are some very good burgers. I do love a good burger.
Hamburger.
Oh, hamburger. 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 Hamburger.
Pink Panther.
Hamburger.
Pink Panther.
Hamburger. All right. Tacos probably. After all that,
Takis.
nope. Tacos.
Takis.
That's not. No.
Takis
That's
are
a
flavorful.
That's a chip. That's not tacos.
Actually, you know, I love me some
Them
hot
young
Cheetos, but I
Takis.
cannot eat Takis.
Yeah, Takis they're not hot Cheetos. Hot Cheetos, man. We got to make a topic one day that we just talk about hot Cheetos, because I can talk about those all
Hot
day.
Cheetos, man. They're like Cheetos, except hot.
Dude, have you gotten those on your sushi burritos?
Hell
No.
yes, I
Oh
have.
my-
That's disgusting.
No, it's not. It is amazing. Some would even say crazy maze.
You're a hater now.
You're absolutely right.
Dude. It's like, they're
Well, you
like,
gotta put that, but that's it, though.
So I
What's
got
the
a question from Facebook. This is from Michael Imholt. Imholt. Sorry, man. Who put the bop in the bop shabop shabop?
who put the ram in the ram-a-lamma ding-dong? Who was that man? I like to shake his hand. Made my baby fall in love with me.
So
I hope that answered your question.
I hope it did.
I have no idea what that was. So, if that's any consolation.
It's not.
What's a consolation, mama?
What?
Oh, this is one that I think only Tony can answer.
Okay.
But I think it's a good
I
question
like
for
only Tony questions.
Tony,
Yes.
since you're the only one who's seen this show, Patrick Smith asks, would you use the character... Oh, well, I mean... He asked, would you use the character of Preacher in anything? And I'm going to say, as of right now, no, because I haven't seen the show. And I don't think anybody else has, except for Tony.
Yeah.
And his second question, the second part of his question is, have you watched the show? If so, what do you think? What do you think of Preacher, dude? You just started watching it, right?
I freaking love that show, man.
Yeah?
Oh,
How far
my God.
in are you?
I'm halfway through the first season. Holy hell,
Yeah?
dude. Oh my God.
Holy.
So they're doing a really cool format here where they're integrating some kind of like curse or something that I have yet to figure out what's going on, but they keep going back to like early 1800s in the Wild West. And I'm coming to the conclusion that basically something happens to the preacher, and I don't know if you guys are planning on watching this. This doesn't give away very much. He does develop some kind of power, obviously. If you've ever read the comics, you would know that.
Yeah, he's Tony Stark's dad, so that makes sense.
No, that's not it. So, I mean, same actor, not same universe. I don't think so. But anyways,
Okay.
he develops this power, and I think the reason it's this at this point in season 1 that I'm in, the power is very mysterious. Like, no one knows really what it is, like why he can do the things that he can do, for what reason it picked him and didn't pick anybody else. But yeah, it's very interesting, and I think the reason why they keep doing these flashbacks, and guys, the flashbacks are gritty as hell. Like, it's all in vignette, but black and white vignette. So you you can see a different, like the color spectrum is limited, but there are different, like you can tell that some things are darker than others, but that's it. So the white is yellow and the blacks are like brown or light brown. And it just
So
looks
kind of like a sepia tone?
exactly, yeah, like a sepia tone, and it like so it just looks very Western and very old and like just riddled in dirt and dust.
Like you.
Okay, I guess. I mean, I guess, yeah.
I don't know, man.
All right, great. So there's this really that's one of the factors that I really love. Like there are a few characters that I'm just like, why are you here? But I'm sure
it'll make sense.
Yeah,
I
it'll
guess.
make some sense later down the road. But man, when this preacher gets his powers, dude, it's intense, dude.
Yeah.
It's really intense, and it's a very interesting, cool power too, especially for like a preacher.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. It's like, wow, that's interesting. Okay.
Okay.
If you guys get a chance, I really think you should check it out. But
I'll check it out.
I would say that Preacher right now is my substitute for Game of Thrones. That's how much I like it. Like
Wow.
I watch it.
Is there
at
only
least-
one season so far?
Actually, season finale I think is tonight of season 2.
Of season 2?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
executive producer is Seth Rogen. So it's
Whoa.
dude, it is very well done.
Yeah.
Huh.
Unexpected.
Yeah.
Dude,
Seth
it's
Rogen and
very
his buddy
well done.
Evan. What I can't remember his last name.
Evan Goldberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evan
They're
Goldberg.
producers
Yeah.
on the show.
The
They're
guy
like-
is behind Superbad.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It is very
This is
good.
news to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
It is. It's like, it's one of the coolest looking shows I've ever seen.
Dope.
And,
AMC,
like,
right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what you were saying about like how, like you were making an example of Steven Spielberg being a little bit out of touch with like how people watch film now.
Mm-hmm.
This is the future of film. The way that this is formatted, the way that it's written, the way that it's shot, how it's acted, how the characters are growing in front of you. This is the future of film. It's not slow. It's not fast. It's not even, I wouldn't even say that it's medium. It's just right. You're getting just enough every single episode. Like, you know how like the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones, you had to wait
For something like
like
truly crazy.
see like 6 episodes or 9 episodes for something for there like to be a huge shift.
Yeah.
There's already been like 2 or 3 of those in this show. And I'm only halfway through the first season. So it's like just shift. Whoa, okay. All right, that was interesting. Okay, let's do it. Then shift, you're like, oh, okay. All right, cool. But specifically how it looks, you guys are going to be really impressed.
Okay.
Cool.
It's super violent though, heads up.
Nice.
Check it out.
I'm finishing up Master of None right now, but I'll check it out afterwards.
Master of Nunchucks. That's Bruce Lee, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
I can dish it, but I can't take it. Not with crap like that. What's another one?
This comes from at Red Nightwings with a Z. He says, this isn't so much a question as it is a challenge. Make Jeremy pick the next topic from the top of his brain. Go. What do you got? What do you got?
A topic, Jeremy.
Go.
I think a topic
Topic?
right now. Throw a topic out.
Pineapples on pizza.
God
Nah,
damn,
man.
no,
Do
we just
another
talked
one.
about that.
Something
Something original. Original. We want originality.
original?
Think,
okay.
Jeremy.
How would you make a Mass Effect series?
How would we make a Mass Effect series?
Damn.
First, we need funding.
All right,
Well,
well,
that's a short answer.
let's go over a brief synopsis of the world so people who haven't played the game at least understand. So, Mass Effect, space, I don't know, opera, video game, takes place in the future after humans discover basically something called a mass relay on Mars, which allows them to travel across the galaxy at breakneck speeds. So they can travel across the galaxy and they meet up with a bunch of other races, and it's very Star Wars-esque.
So basically,
It's great. It's a good series.
yeah, humans. This is like present day, where it starts out, or the history starts out, and you know we go to Mars and we discover first human landing on Mars. sets foot down, discovers some alien tech that had been buried there for a long time, which led them to the location of a mass relay, which is capable of like basically flinging whatever matter across the galaxy to another solar system, at the end of which there's another relay that receives the matter. So that enables faster than light travel.
That's basically like the premise of like the rules of the universe, right? Then there's a place called the Citadel, which is a space station where all the alien races.
It's the hub, like the Galactic Council.
Yeah, it's like the New York City to like all these different races. All these different races living on one space colony.
And each species has an embassy at the Galactic Council at the Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, when humans got there,
it's like a major part of the story. Should we just spoil it?
I mean,
all right, so spoiler alert for Mass Effect, the original trilogy. The Citadel was built as a weapon by this race of aliens called the Reapers, who basically after every however many 50,000 years, 50,000 years will come back from across the galaxy to wipe out any organic race. Basically wipe out any intelligent life. And then they take that intelligent life and they basically like rip them apart and then they're like space robots, so they basically make a space robot version of the races that are around and add them to their army. So
yeah,
the Reapers are basically the big
dark
threat.
side, basically.
Kinda, except
not the 50,000 years thing. Dark side just does what he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So
the original Mass Effect trilogy is taking place after the human race has already discovered the Galactic Council, and like in the timeline, humans got there to the Citadel and realized, oh wait, we're not the first here. We are actually pretty late to the race, and everyone else in this galaxy had already established strong government in the entire galaxy. We're just last to get there. And it's like, well, damn, that sucks.
So at the beginning of the first game, humans are heavily discriminated against, and they're also they don't have a seat on the actual like Galactic Council.
Yeah,
there's 3 races that are there, or 4.
4.
It's the Turians, the Asari, the Solarians.
Solarians.
The Quarians?
No, the Quarians don't have an embassy there. But so the original trilogy basically starts there, like the humans rise in the ecosystem of the whole galaxy, basically, and kind of like proving ourselves. So how would you make a Mass Effect series, and when would it be set? This is mid-2100s, by the way.
Well, story-wise, I think I would want to follow an intimate group of characters. And I feel like I would want to shoot it in the vein of Firefly. So if you guys
seen Firefly,
yeah,
seen
a little bit of it.
So Firefly, or the film Serenity, follows like a group of like smugglers, and they're basically it's like it's that sort of like a space western, but basically this would be like follow a lovable group of characters as they're trying to do something within this universe, not exactly something that will save the universe or destroy the universe, but
it's just following their story.
Yeah, like eventually I imagine my characters would run into a bigger obstacle, but it would follow an intimate team of characters who are just going around trying to survive until they eventually stumble upon something that could cause like maybe some sort of mass extinction. And it would be made up of all sorts of species. It's not just...
would it be set during the original trilogy then?
Either before or after, not during at all, not during, because I would even say after, because the threat of the Reapers, like that whole situation in the games, like completely changed the I guess the way the universe worked in that world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
or the way the galaxy worked.
The way the galaxy worked.
Because the newest game in the franchise is Mass Effect Andromeda, and it's set 600 years after the original trilogy. because it takes 600 years.
Just a mere 6 centuries.
Yeah, just a mere 6 centuries. It takes 600 years to travel from Milky Way to Andromeda. That's why it's set 600 years in the future.
So I'd actually be interested in hearing what you two would do, knowing as much as you know about that universe, like what kind of story you could craft or what kind of world or like sort of sci-fi type story you would tell within that world, knowing that like...
I'd like, that's tricky, dude, because
I know you don't know a lot about it, but like...
I mean, just based off of what you're telling me, it seems like it's a pretty big deal, this game. For me, I would try to set up something that could be built upon moving forward, so we can make it in. We could keep.
So like
we could
franchise?
milk that. Yeah, we could milk that franchise as long as we possibly can. That's what I would attempt to do. But that's the thing. We've already seen it in a narrative form, so that's very tricky. Very, very tricky.
It doesn't look like they'll be making any more, though, right? It
No,
seems
it
like they're
doesn't
just
seem like
kind of... Andromeda was like it.
It was supposed to be the start of a new trilogy, supposedly. But
I
you
hope it
know,
still is. For them.
EA.
Got it.
What do you think, Noel?
What's Shepard's journey?
Shepard's journey. So he starts off as... I mean, you get to choose his backstory, so I'm not going to get into that.
Okay.
But he basically becomes...
her.
Yeah, him
her,
or her.
right.
Sorry, I played as male. Jeremy played as female. Shep. Shepard's journey is basically we start the story with him as he's about to become the first human Spectre, which is basically like a Spectre in that world is their sort of galactic special ops team. They're a one-man army. They're basically, think of like a special ops Navy SEAL mixed with a spy. So
They
basically
kind of
like,
operate in the gray area of galactic
Yeah.
law.
Okay.
yeah. So Black Ops, kind of.
Gotcha.
So there are no human Spectres, but Shepard
Oh.
has gotten to the point where he is being promoted to being the first human Spectre. So, and his job is to go and take out a rogue Spectre named Saren, who basically is doing all this shady stuff and like killing all these people and like cultivating explosives and stealing this old ancient alien tech that they're finding, because there's this ancient race called the Protheans, which is the race that predates which predates like any race in this world.
That's the ancient alien tech that we discovered on Mars, which
Yeah.
led us
Gotcha.
to the mass relay.
which is ancient to all the other species as well. Like the
Okay.
Protheans are,
Ancient AF.
they're
Yes.
ancient AF. Like nobody knows anything about them.
And this
And-
other Spectre is not a human, obviously, because Shep's the only human one.
No,
So-
yeah, he's a Turian, and I'll show you what they look like. They are
very
like
reptilian.
So what else happened? So he's on the search. He's on the prowl. Shepard's on the prowl for
Yeah.
Saren.
It's Shepard's story is basically the hero's journey, and he's the one who puts humans on the galactic map.
He's scary looking.
yeah, he's cool.
Humans
Rises.
humans are discriminated against, and he's like the hero of that story,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
By the end of the game, you basically, one way or another, you get humans on the council. So humans are now on the Galactic Council at the end of the first game. And then in the second game, you're sent on a suicide mission because there are human colonies, and humans are disappearing from these colonies. Like entire colonies of people are just disappearing. And Shepard's like, we need to figure out where to go. And they find out that there's one of those mass relays, the things that slingshot you across the galaxy. Well, there's there's one of those called the Omega 4 relay, which is red when all the other ones are blue. And this
It's
one,
very big, and anyone who has gone through this relay has never come back and never heard from again.
Ew.
They
So-
found out that this mass relay leads into the supermassive black hole in the center of the Milky Way galaxy.
What a death trap.
Yeah, past the event horizon. So you're like, I don't know what's past there.
Yep.
And no one has ever come back. So suicide mission.
Dang.
So the whole second game, you're building up a team to go on this suicide mission. And the second one's my favorite game in the series. You build up this team, and you got to go on the suicide mission. And finally, you got to upgrade your ship and stuff. And you cross through that relay, and all of a sudden, like you just get attacked by this giant alien ship that basically works for. That basically is. I wouldn't even say work for. They're basically enslaved by the Reapers.
Yeah.
Alien race that's. And they're called the Collectors. and they just start like open firing on your ship and like destroying all your stuff. And you're basically, the goal of that game is try to get your entire crew in and out on that mission without anybody dying. Because like if you screw up, like a bunch of your crew members will die. And like you've been building relationship with these characters the entire game.
Dang.
So you don't want any of them to die.
Yeah.
But
Imagine that by that point you've invested well over 100 hours.
Jesus Christ.
And the characters from each game carry over to the next game. So if somebody dies or all of them die in Mass Effect 3, then they're not going to, or Mass Effect 2, they're not going to show up in the third game.
Yeah.
And the characters who were in the first game who show up in the second game, if they end up dying, then they won't be in the third game.
There are choices where critical choices during the story campaign that you make in 1 that affects what happens in 3. Like it all carries over. Your save file carries over.
Then I would make it, to answer the question, I would make it that story. I would make it
Mass Effect 2?
Yeah, I wouldn't make it a movie though. I would make it a show. I'd make it a series. Make it a like 3 or 4 seasons.
HBO for that, dude.
Exactly.
I feel
I
like
would want to like as you were saying, like characters dying, like carry over. I'm like Game of Thrones. Like immediately I was like Game of Thrones. But I want it shot like Blade Runner.
Like new Blade Runner.
Yeah.
New Blade Runner, yep.
2049.
Or like I want it shot like the visuals are going to be what's the spectacle. I want the shots to be relatively like simple. Or not simple, but like very organized.
Simple.
And I want to use like
strong compositions.
Exactly.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. Like a giant planet in the background with a moon right in front of it.
Yeah.
And the sun peeking over the edge of the planet as a ship flies toward the planet.
I want to look. I think you'd probably shoot it kind of like you would shoot a Western. That's how I would see it in my head.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'd want the planet cinematography to look like Drive.
What?
Yeah. Anytime they're on like anytime there's like dialogue, like I want
Please elaborate.
like Drive is very noir. There's a lot of use of shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Shadows and like they use the noir technique where you'll have a character where you'll see like half their face or only their eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see someone in the background talking to them. It's a super old technique that you only see in like real old movies.
It's called that, and cinematographer. I was actually reading an article. He utilizes the use of quadrants in his frame. So like each quarter is different.
Yeah.
Different, like
they tell a different story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heavy doc.
Production. That's also production design is a big part of that.
Yep.
But yeah, I feel like you could do so much within that universe, and it really is disappointing if those games don't keep making those games. I feel like it's such a missed opportunity, especially like that.
Well, they don't want to make anymore, or at least BioWare doesn't.
All the people who originally like worked on Mass Effect are pretty much gone now.
Mm-hmm.
At least the creative heads, like Casey Hudson was the project lead and dipped out halfway through Andromeda, and that was when I was like, oh man.
And Casey Jones left, and now he's part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep, that's what happened.
What?
Yep. So do we want to take one final question and then
Do it.
Tune out?
Yeah. Skedaddle.
Do it.
Well, as soon as I can log in.
Skedaddle.
Skedaddle. Are you on Facebook or Twitter or Twitter? Did you go to Facebook already?
But not in the last moment.
Not in the last moment? What is this? What is happening right now? I'm having trouble loading my Facebook.
You're the only one that's watched Defenders, right, Danny?
I mean, the only one who's seen it all the way through.
Right. Okay. Okay.
I did not love it, guys. I did not love Defenders.
Dang.
Yeah.
Zach Ruff asks if we've seen Defenders. I have seen Defenders start to finish. I was a bit disappointed. I feel like they could have done a lot more there. I felt like the story dragged on. I felt like it could have been so much better.
Dang.
And I'm sorry if you really liked it. Yo,
Yeah, that's cool.
enjoy. I'm glad you liked it. The fact that you liked it is great. That you actually got enjoyment out of it. There were some moments that were super sick.
Yeah.
There were moments like there was a moment where they all meet up together for the first time. They're in this Chinese restaurant, just like hanging out and talking about things. And I was like, oh, this is when it's going to start heating up.
That's pretty cool.
And like it did get better from that moment forward, but I was still pretty
Underwhelmed.
Yeah, I was just
You were
disappointed. Yeah. Underwhelmed is probably better.
Okay, not just
Underwhelmed.
whelmed. You're
Yeah.
underwhelmed. Damn.
Wow.
It was I definitely found myself throwing my arms up like, what?
Dude,
I had a couple points.
I watched him like you were like right on the last episode.
Yeah.
And he was in the break room where me, Danny, and Noah work, and he was watching. And he just goes, "What?" And I was just like, "Oh man, I'm not watching the rest of that show."
I was just like, what? Why did you guys do that?
Like, oh man, because I was like 3 episodes in, wasn't enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
the way I felt about Iron Fist. It's just like
I don't know if I want to watch it anymore. I mean, I haven't been wanting to watch it ever since it came out.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as Iron Fist. In my opinion, Iron Fist was a bit rough around the edges. It felt rushed. But even this, honestly, it feels like halfway through Luke Cage, they just started rushing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
at
what
that
it definitely
point,
felt like.
If you look at like season 1 of Daredevil, season 2 of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and the first half of Luke Cage, all solid.
Yeah.
One would even say gets better as it goes. And then it got to that second point of Luke Cage,
yeah.
and then everything starts unraveling slowly. Like Luke Cage was still
I wonder if there was a change in management.
There was. I remember reading something about writing was changed or something happened, but
Dang.
yeah, something happened where they needed to scramble and like.
I really hope they're taking their sweet time with the Punisher.
I think they've been
sure they are.
developing Punisher for a while,
Yeah.
from what I've heard. So I think it's going to be solid.
Yeah.
From what
I mean, they've been developing it since season 1. No, 2?
of Daredevil, yeah,
Daredevil, yeah.
2 of Daredevil.
which
yeah.
is long.
Yeah.
A good time. And we have some insider friends who were saying that like they were hardcore rushing Iron Fist, like just trying to get it out so they can get to the Defenders. And I thought that was because like, all right, let's just get Iron Fist out as quick as we can so we could just jump to Defenders because that's the script that we have. But like it even feels like Defenders was a bit rushed to me.
Then what are they trying to rush to?
Yeah, I thought Defenders was like that. I don't know, maybe rushed to make more money. I don't know
They're
what.
just trying to jump on this train as fast as they can before it dies out.
Maybe
It's not gonna die out though, man. He's such like.
if it's good, if the material's good, it
Yeah,
won't die
I'll
out.
wait if it's good.
What's gonna
just
die
make
out?
the movie.
Yeah, like, he's making a new tagline. I see what he's doing.
Stupid.
It's very
Hashtag
good.
make the movie, and it's an angry Jeremy face.
Just make the movie.
Just make the movie.
Just make the movie.
Let's all do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Just
Make the movie.
Yeah, that's great. Hashtag.
Yeah. If you got a short one, we can do one more. Other than that, we can Dipadelphia.
Let's Dipadelphia, man.
All right, man. We're gonna Dipadelphia.
Delphia.
Cool.
We're gonna Dipadelphia. Dip.
No.
Philadelphia.
Dip.
Dip.
Nope.
Dipadelphia.
Dip.
Nope.
Dipadelphia. Dip,
All right, guys.
dip, Dipadelphia. Dip, Dipadelphia. Dip, Dipadelphia. Dip, Dipadelphia.
The people listening to the audio are like, God dang it, guys. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Check out our Patreon if you want to support us even further. We have been posting previews and sneak peeks of our new videos on
Snack pack.
on our Instagram stories and whatnot. So definitely follow us on Instagram. They're the same as our Twitter handles, except for Noel. He's now ew. And Let's see. Like us on Facebook if you're not. We're trying to post a lot more on our social media. Please support us on there. And what are we? Oh, check out the ISMA vlogs, guys. What are you doing not checking out the ISMA vlogs? Have you seen the ISMA vlogs? Leave a comment below if you have or have not been. Because if you have not been, you should do it. And if you have been, well then, thank you. But yeah, we've been all working really hard, especially Noel and Jeremy on the ISMA vlogs. So definitely send them your love. Let them know that they're doing a great job. I think the series is turning out really cool so far, so check that out. And follow us on Twitter. I'm at Daniel Lechef. He's at Noel Lechef. He's at Jeremy Lee with 3 Ys. He's at Walk On Tony. And our Instagrams are the exact same, except Noel, he's at Now Ew.
At Now Ew. Actually, it does work for you. I feel like it's one of those things that like catches the eye.
No. Is that how you pronounce it? No.
Nothing matters.
Oh, okay, Jim Carrey.
You're Jim
Losing
Carreying
all
us right
hope
now?
was freedom.
All right, Jim Carrey. You got it, man.
There's just things happening. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah?
I expect that from me.
You're just like so taken aback right now.
I'm taking a front.
Like,
I'll take the front, you take the back. I'm sorry, I don't know.